Well, hello. Today's story time is going to be from Montgomery, Texas, and we're going to have some horses with us. Surprise! I have some things I want to talk to you guys about today. Some things that are pretty pivotal. And I'm just going to set up story time here in front of some of the horses as I talk. So I'll be walking around having horses in my background here. So I would like to say that last Sunday's story time was really bold for me to step out and do something that bold. I never go live. Hi to hello. Hello everyone, come on in. Hi Kentucky. Hey guys. I never go live, and the candid truth of why I never go live is I like to edit what is seen. And on a live, you just throw it all out there for the world to see. Isn't that right? So today's story time is going to be with my horse Bodie. And I'm gonna walk out here into the pasture in the sunset with this beautiful blonde horse. And we're gonna have a story time. And today's story is going to be about Bodie. And I'm gonna tell you guys more about her, and maybe you'll learn something about me along the way. So let me get her in my background. She'll probably walk away because she's a mare and she doesn't like cameras. Can get her on the camera for a minute, so let's just put her back here. There we go. I can't see me, but it doesn't matter. So this is Bodie. Let me see if I can face me this way so that the sun's not in my face. All right. So for today's story time, we're going to talk about this beautiful mare. Her name is Bodhi, Bodhi. And Bodhi, her registered name is French. Maybe my Canadians can help me out with this. Is Bodiarc's Flame. So it's Boisduarc Flame. Bodiarc's Flame was owned by McKenna. So I was working at TMR, the Miracle Ranch out in Plantersville, Texas, and that was part of my recovery from being a flood survivor was, thank you, as to be able to give to animals and to be able to do something that was not about me so much as like what I was suffering. And at the time I was suffering so much loss with the 4 floods that I needed to get out of that. Harvey flooded our house. I started to lose my faith. I just was really struggling with my faith. And so I went out to the Miracle Ranch, TMR, and I started volunteering. And I volunteered to groom them and brush them. And while I was at TMR, I met this amazing young girl. And at the time, she was 19 years old. And her name is McKenna. And McKenna was one of those girls who, she just wanted to get out in the world and she wanted to help animals and she wanted to do good. And she brought Bodhi with her to TMR. And this is a really endearing, heart-filled story for me. So I want to tell this to you guys. Bodhi belonged to McKenna, and McKenna could not afford to take care of her. So she turned her over and made her one of the rescues with TMR. And McKenna said, if anything, if I can't take care of her and she's with the rescue and she's like, I've just got to move. And so her heart was moving her to Dallas. She said, I don't want anything to happen to my horse. Bodhi had already been adopted by one lady in Texas, and I won't mention the city, but she was being horribly mistreated. She has a condition in her feet called navicular, where, she can be tender in her foot in the navicular bone, and she had this navicular issue, and she told the lady when they adopted her and she took her, don't put her on, don't not do her feed every 5 weeks. Like, you've got to trim their feet every 5 weeks. You've got to take care of her, feed her a certain way. She went out to do a wellness check and she was being horribly mistreated. Her feet hadn't been done in 6 months and she was really in a bad way. So McKenna jumped on her back and whipped the halter's lead rope around her and she rode her off of this place to, help her. Well, she told me, Dr. B, I can't let anything happen to her. Like, nobody will take care of her. And it just pulled on my heart to not let anything happen to Bodie. I really did good by my Susie Q. Frost, my horse, growing up. I had her from the time I was born until I was 19 years old. When she died at the age of 27, she had COPD. Well, I didn't want anything to happen to Bodie. So I adopted Bodie from TMR, and I had Jessica as my first client. Jessica was one of my very first horse clients, and I would come out to this land and I would adjust her horses, and I really developed a relationship with Jessica, her being my client, to the point that I said, can I put Bodie with you? And, can Bodie stay here and you take care of Bodie, because I live in a subdivision and I don't have a place to put Bodie. So we'll walk more towards her. So Bodie, was, hi Bobode, bodacious. Bodie and McKenna had a really close relationship. They rode trails together, and she knows I'm talking about it. And they rode trails together, and she does Liberty works where you stand and turn your body, you move your body around hers, and she's a Liberty horse. I wanted to do the same thing with Bodie, so I got Bodie out here and I wanted to start connecting with her, and I just had a hard time, like a really hard time connecting with her. Now, I believe it's because Bodie and McKenna belong together. I believe that Bodie, see that sigh? I believe that Bodie is McKenna's hard horse. And I believe that once someone has a connection with a hard horse, that they cannot connect with someone else. And I believe that Bodie, her heart belongs to McKenna. And I cannot get Bodie to transfer that to me. Now, candid truth, I don't come out here very often. I'm only here once a week, maybe twice a week. Hello, Sharon. And I only come here twice a week, so I don't work with her. I don't get her to move her feet. I don't do any of that. And I shame myself, because I don't come out here and I don't work with her a lot. But I know that I saved her. I know that she didn't go to one of those trucks headed towards Mexico. And I know that, she's well taken care of by Jessica. And Bodie is really well fed. She's really well taken care of. I have her feet done every 5 weeks. I have her teeth done twice a year, checked. I have body work done on her by another lady so that she can connect with this lady better than she connects with me. Meaning sometimes a chiropractic mom can't chiropractic their horse. The same with kids. It's hard to chiropractic your family, to be quite frank. So she does look like Bucky's. She does look like Bucky's a lot. Bucky's and her are so similar. She is really a great horse. She's called a Palomino, so she's a quarter horse Palomino, and she's very opinionated. And so here's how Bodie and I, thank you. Here's how Bodie and I have started to connect together. So I would come out here and I would put her through an obstacle course, and I would just have her work around poles and move her feet and get over walk over the cavalettis, those poles on the ground. And I would start moving her around and having her do different things. And Bodie has this thing about when she respects you, she actually lays her head on your chest and she sighs. And when she did that, we were doing the obstacle course, she actually put her head against my chest and she sighed out, and I realized, and I heard something in my head. She said, I only respect you when you put me to work, when I have a purpose. And she said she wants to have a baby. She said she wants to have a baby. I call her a mare, but she says that she's a filly. So apparently fillies, because they never had a baby, she's reacting to that. So Bodie tells me that she wants to have a baby. I just have this feeling like anytime Jessica's brought a horse in here that's 2 years old or 1 year old, she takes over and she, hangs out with the baby in the stall. And I've never seen this side of her, like the side that wants to be maternal and, take care of a baby. So today, McKenna came to visit, and here's the story time. Here's the story. McKenna came to visit today. McKenna is moving to another state, and she had a baby, and she brought the 2-week-old baby today, and I adjusted the baby. And Bodie, she had the baby on her chest, and the baby's, 8 pounds, little baby. And she had the baby on her chest, and she walked up to Bodie and she said, "Bodie, I had a baby." And Bodie pitched her head and walked off and put her ears back, and she got really upset. I think that there was a hint of jealousy that she wants a baby as well. So Bodie, my goal is to get land and get Bodie to be on the land with us. And I want Bodie to be able to work and do things. And, she gets adjusted. She has all the things, right? And she's taken care of with her teeth and her feet and the vet. And she's had a choke incident where she choked and the vet came out. I've done all the things. But then it reminded me, like our parents, my parents, they want to buy things and do things and all that's nice. But if we're not connecting with the horse. So my mission for 2025 is to find land. And I think we might have found some that we're looking at that we like, and find land and find a house and have land for Bodie to come. And once Bodie's with me, my husband would love to put her to work. My husband works out 5-6 days a week. He's like, "Let's go for a run." So Bodie is, the future of Bodie looks good, having Bodie with me and having Bodie at our land and the future. And story time today is, I always talk about Bodie, but I never told you Bodie's story. Bodie is a very special mare. She's 19 years old. She was born in 2005. She loves work, just like her mom. And like I said, I believe she's not my heart horse, but I believe that we respect each other. And I love the way she is the dominant mare in the pasture. I love that she doesn't let anybody push her around. She's one of 4 horses that's out here. And there's some other horses in the distance there. And Bodie is number 1. She's the dominant mare. She's the one that pushes everybody around. She doesn't take crap from anybody. She very, very strong mare. She's opinionated. She loves to have a fan. She, wants the best water. Her water has to be clean. She tells you that. She won't drink if the water's not clean. She wants a fan. She gets hot. She loves a blanket, but she likes a blanket to have some room. If it doesn't have room, she gets quite persnickety. So, Bodie. So, watch. Come here. Now, you're live on camera, so act right, okay? So Bodie has this spot, and on camera, she's not going to do it. And I'm showing a point here. On camera, if we weren't on camera, you would be reacting to this. Yep. She and I go back and forth. I will not say that she's picking up my tea. I will not say that she's my heart horse. But I know my heart horse is out there. And I think I can see my heart horse. Bodie, I'm sorry, but that's just the way it is. I, wanted to save her, and my heart horse is going to be a buckskin. It's going to be a gelding. It's going to be a horse that's 15 hands, like pretty tall horse. A horse that won't throw me off so that I don't get injured and can't help everybody else with their adjustments. It's going to be a horse that is probably about 6 to 8 years old. A horse that my husband and I could both ride because I wanted the horse to be multi-purpose. So this is my story time today. And I really wanted, everybody to learn about Bodhi, but I wanted to take the story time and turn it into another subject because I feel like a lot of the things that she's teaching me, it really does help me to understand like what she's showing me, what she's teaching me. It helps me with other horses. Absolutely does. There's some horses out here. The other horses out here are very communicative, and we talked about being an empath, and you ladies said, gentlemen said, that I'm able to hear the horses, and I feel like that does help me to be able to hear them. Sometimes there's not much I can do about it. Like I can't help that she wants to have a baby, not right now, but maybe once we get our land, she could have a baby. And Suzanne said my heart horse will be a draft. Yeah. Like Roman. Roman is a beautiful, beautiful horse. So look at that pretty face. She looks like a statue. Oh, Bodhi. What do you see? She's always protecting. So one night she was in the lean-to over there in the back where that structure is, right there. And she was in the lean-to and there was a sound and all the other horses were laying down and she stands, so a mare, the dominant mare, she doesn't lay. She takes care of the herd so the herd can lay down. Horses will only lay down when they feel safe. So that's a very important aspect. And one night, all the horses were laying down and Bodhi was in the lean-to and she was just standing there with her stay apparatuses in her legs and she was standing there with her head down asleep. And on the camera, all of a sudden, she popped up her head and she took off running as fast. Popped up and took off. It was like seconds. And on the camera, you could see a coyote, and a coyote was running through the property from the back. Let me see if I can show you that opening back there. And the coyote was running up to the front. So Bodhi knew the coyote was coming and she alerted the herd and the herd jumped up and they were, it was amazing to see her protect the herd that way. That's why I say I have much respect for Bodhi. I respect a mare, a dominant mare. I know I make fun and I joke, mares and geldings, right? Mares and geldings, but a mare is loyal. And my client Jennifer in New Waverly, Texas told me this. She said, a mare is loyal to one person. One person. And I never saw it that way, but a mare is loyal to one person explains everything. This mare is loyal and really loves McKenna. She was with her for 14 years. You take a horse that's with someone for 14 years and then put them with a new person, it's like, who am I, So a mare is loyal to one person and they have a deep connection with that one person. Once they respect you on the ground, they will always protect you on their back. And that's powerful. And I have been on Bodhi's back before. First time she tried to buck me off. And second time she tried to bite. And she's I'm telling you, I'm just not connected with her enough to be on her back and be safe. And really, when I think about it, I need a bomb-proof, gelding, like a draft or like a buckskin or something like that. But when I adjust horses, my favorite quarter horse to adjust is a buckskin. Buckskins are they don't make them like that. They're just really sound, really solid. Nothing scares them. So, well, I was going to talk to y'all about something else. All right. So the other thing that I was going to talk to y'all about, we talked about last time on the video was self-care. So today's story time, but I do want to talk about self-care after the story time, talk to you about this girl. Well, actually, let me ask you guys if you have any questions. Does anybody have any questions about Bodhi or about anything that I said right now? And just so that I can know, so that I can answer any questions that y'all may have. I think someone asked if I've seen Roman yet, and I've not seen Roman yet. I look forward to meeting Roman. I didn't know Roman was going to be a thing. Roman is going to definitely need a bigger ladder. I can adjust Roman. I've adjusted a horse. Roman is 19.1 hands high, and I've adjusted a horse that's 19.3 hands high. So I can adjust Roman. I made a joke. I'm going to eat my Wheaties and do my workouts, but I will be able to. Thanks, Vanessa. So I was going to talk to you guys about the things that are really near and dear. Do you plan to ride her? I can't answer that. I'm really not sure. I want to meet Roman too. I can't really say for sure if I'm going to ride Bodhi. I think Bodhi needs more connection, and I think once Bodhi comes to our property and I'm with Bodhi more, then I would be able to, assess that. Because right now, well, let me show you. Let me show you what I mean. How can you tell if a horse is connected to you? So the thing is she never looks up. She never gives me her time. The other horses, if you go to another horse in a pasture, let me show you. If you know a horse is with you or connected to you, let's leave her there. Don't mess with my tea. Jersey Bay, can I show the people something about how a quarter horse is? Look, it's okay. Don't be scared of the tripod. It's okay. Can I show them something? So normally, if you come into a pasture with a horse and they respect you, they put their head up. They put their head up. She's interested in what I've got to say. Right? Mwah. Right? Good girl. Good girl. Hey, Jersey Bay. I mean, to the point that she'll even let me hug her, right? Like, thank you. Thank you for showing and making my point, okay, beautiful? Bodhi won't even put her head up. Whenever I'm trying to mess with her, she keeps her head to the ground. She's eating. She cares nothing about me. In that sense, I'm not saying that she doesn't know that I'm here, but she just doesn't care. See, Jersey's following me. See what I'm saying? Jersey's following me. Jersey Bay followed me. That's a sign right there of a horse that is connecting, a connected horse. So to answer the question, I will not ride a horse that is not connected to me. I will not ride a horse that just doesn't give me the time of day. I tried to ride Bodhi, and all 3 times made me feel like I might be in danger and I need to get more life insurance. So not really what I'd like to be doing. So are there any other questions? I know I'm trying to not make y'all dizzy by moving around here, but I was not at home today. So I decided to make the live out here instead of trying to rush home and be late for my live, because I did not want to be late for my live. Gosh, isn't that pretty? Yeah, that's right. Lester's hanging out with Roman because he's trying to build that bond and that connection. Yeah, Bodhi's hearing's been tested. She's not deaf. Oh, my truck window. So my truck window's still broken. The insurance wanted to pay $1,800 less, and the shop said I had to pay. So I'm just waiting for them to agree to pay so that I can get it done. I'm holding out. I'm holding out strong. I'm not going to get my truck window fixed I paid too much insurance for them not to give me getting herd mate for Bodhi. Oh yeah. Yeah, so we're looking at getting a gelding, 15 to 16 hand gelding to be with Bodhi. My husband, he weighs too much to ride Bodhi. So how you know you're way too much is if your shoulder is higher than the withers, that's too much. And my husband's shoulder is higher than her withers, so he's too much. So, Bodhi, Anybody have any questions about actually adjusting a horse or why I do something to a horse? Maybe we could talk about that. Oh, no. No. Bodhi is being kept here with Jessica. They're not moving. Jessica, my handler, y'all have met her. Bodhi's here at her land in Montgomery, Texas. Oh, okay. So what do I look at when I watch them walk? I never look at their feet. I'm only looking at their body. The feet are very confusing, misleading sometimes to look at their feet. So I'm looking at their spine and the way that it gyrates up and down and moves in their pelvis. My focal point when I'm watching a horse is here and here. So I'm watching the pelvis go up, go down, go up, go down. I'm watching the head, the withers, make sure the head is below the withers. Making sure that the shoulders, right here, this part, the shoulder triangle is moving with me, going up and down, up and down. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm looking at body conformation, but not just the feet. A lot of owners tell me they watch the feet and then they always think, you know, there's something more and they're saying, well, it's right or it's left or it's right, but you've got to look up higher. If this shoulder blade is not moving, then I'm looking at that. I think I just wanted to be out here with horses today. Thank you, Vanessa, for your questions. I wanted to be out here with the horses today and make it live. That was a little different. That's a great question. How often should you adjust a horse? It depends on the amount of work the horse is doing. So if someone's riding their horse only on Saturday, once a week, I would look the horse to get adjusted every 2 months, maybe even 2.5. If the horse is under work and working 3 to 5 days a week, then I would like to adjust them once a month. So horses that work their body harder, just like us, if we move our body and do a lot of things and we're very physically active, then we need more chiropractic. You know, most of my patients are seen at minimum twice a month. And if they have more stress in their life, they're gonna come weekly. And so I'll see patients weekly for about 3 months until their stress is improved. Bodhi, you're so soft, Bodhi. You're so soft, baby. You're such a soft girl. And you're actually putting up with me. Oh, nope, now you're done putting up with me? Okay, see? Walk off. That's all right. I'm gonna go back and get my tea. So much has happened since my last story time. I mean, the comments alone, I think I answered 800 comments. What type of stretches are good to do? That's a great question. Let's talk about that. I answered like 800 comments. It was amazing. I told Tim I felt so much love. Thank you guys for making my first one very successful. You gonna check my tea out? You see my tea? Here. Want to smell? Oh, cinnamon. Smell that cinnamon, huh, babe? Well, some of the most important stretches to do are flexion stretches. I'm gonna see if she'll let me do it. If she won't let me do it, Jersey will. And so flexion stretches up, this way. Flexion stretches are very important to stretch the shoulder sling. And you just hold right here at the bottom of the leg. Oh, am I off camera? I think I might be off camera, but this is flexion. Let me turn it so I'm more on camera. Oh, and then the shadows on the horse. Sorry about that. Let's take a look here. Yeah, that's good. Can we do the other one? Let's see. Let's see. Let me see. Up. Thanks. All right. Flex. Woo. Woo. Go low. Go low. You're okay. There. Good girl. That shoulder gets sticky. Sometimes she has problems with it, but that's a flexion stretch, and that's really important to hold for about 10 seconds. And 10-second stretches, it takes a while for the brain to process what's going on. So This flexion forward of the front legs is great to do. And the back legs are usually good. They don't have to stretch out because they use those as a pusher. The front, they really appreciate. They always say in our training that the owners love the back leg stretches, but the horses appreciate the front leg stretches. So that's something that we see quite often. And horses love their front legs worked on. I decided not to halter Bodhi today so that it was more, I don't know, more authentic. I don't usually have to halter her to adjust her. And that's what I say. I think she respects me for that. Well, have you guys ever heard of an animal communicator? Some people say it's a job, right? You call them and they do animal communication. And I'm kind of on the fence, right? Like, who are we talking to? But one time, there's a lady, she told me, you really can hear her talk. And I said, well, I'm calling you because this is what you do for a living. And it definitely was an experience to hear her talk about it. But the first thing Bodhi told her, which she didn't know anything but her name, was she really loves your hands working on her body. I thought that was really cool. Bodhi does appreciate chiropractic for her body. Sometimes, I think about how I'm not here with Bodhi and I do shame myself, like I said, but I know that, Bodhi's well taken care of and she's a great horse. But she's the horse of a chiropractor, so she's quite well adjusted. She does get some kinks because she's 19 and she has problems with her joints. I haven't seen the new Cog Hill Mini. Oh, I'll need to check that out. Oh man, minis and adjusting them. Oh my gosh, you talk about trying to kill you. I went last week and tried to adjust a horse and this is a great story. Jessica and I went to adjust a mini horse named, I won't say his name, but he's very short and he's trying to stomp us and rear up and stomp us and stomp us. And he's just, we call it feral. It's just not been worked with a lot. And Pocket, the mini, is adorable. Oh, cool. Pocket is the name. Well, minis are hard to adjust because they're low to the ground, but they try to stomp on you. Well, I'm going to tell you guys what happened. So while I was there adjusting this mini, the owner brought apples and blueberries and hay, and she's like, if you give him food, he won't try to stomp on you. And I said, okay, well, we don't usually reward horses by giving them treats before we adjust them. So we didn't give him the treats. We were just trying to get him to calm down, move his feet. There was another lady there trying to run him around. And all of a sudden, in my head, I heard this song that kept playing over and over and over. And I don't know where it came from. And the song was, so I started singing this song, and you would not believe, or humming the song, and this mini literally calmed down and let me pick up all 4 feet. It was amazing. It was a God gift. It was amazing. I don't even know what that song was. She said that he had 11 owners before her because he's tapered and just leaning into being that empath, So it's amazing what happens with horses. I thought about telling y'all the story about the first time I adjusted a chicken. And someone said the other day, you adjust chickens? Like, seriously? And yes, I adjust chickens. I haven't drank enough of my tea today. Well, so I've adjusted chickens before, and I loved adjusting a chicken. It's not that many veterinarians that work with chickens. Thank you. I do love working on Rita. Rita is something else, and she's spicy. Se habla español. She speaks Spanish. She's so funny. Hi, Joanne. How's New York? I bet it's cold. Quite cold, huh? Well, here it's nice and it's sunny, but the minute the sun goes down, it's going to be quite cold. Well, Bodhi Bode, thanks for being on my live today, beautiful. Thanks for being on my live today. You're such a pretty horse. Silver. Yes, I believe that. I haven't leaned into it yet. The sun is quite bright in my face. Oh, you following me? Are you following me, pretty girl? Well, oh, Virginia. No, I didn't get it. I didn't get the name. Your daughter's name. I'm late. YouTube isn't giving me no. Aw, Teresa, welcome in. Come on in. It doesn't matter. I'm just glad you're here. My most interesting animal to adjust. Golly, that's a hard one. Did you shadow another animal chiropractor and started, or did you have to do an internship? So I'm just wondering how they help to prepare you once in the field. Okay. Bodhi does want to be on camera, right? Like she keeps moving. She keeps moving. So, okay, start with the first one. My most interesting animal to ever adjust. Well, I love horses. I love adjusting horses. But the most interesting case, let me tell you the most interesting case of that. I got a call for 2.5 hours away. A baby was born and it was only 1 day old. It hit the ground and it had these windswept legs. If you don't, you can search it, but windswept legs. It was like gangly and it couldn't walk, it couldn't run. It was just in a bad way. Jessica and I load up the truck. We drive 2.5 hours over near Austin and we go to this baby. I put my hands up to the baby's neck, and instead of my hands being even like this, it was like this. The baby's first vertebra was completely rotated and it was causing a misbalance, like an imbalance. And I could feel it, and the baby was like, my neck, my neck. I kept hearing my neck, and I'm like, okay. So I get on the baby's neck, I put the head right here, and I grab the little vertebra, and I go, and the baby pulls back, and I go, and it pops really big, and the baby the baby just released, it jerked, and then right after that, they let it out, and the baby was running around the pasture with its mother, and that was just such an interesting moment to be able to adjust a 1 day old foal and give her that gift of having that potential to move her body. Because, you know, the alternative was the veterinarian said to stick her in a small pen and let her sit there for 3 months until she grew out of it. And that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. So did I have to shadow another animal chiropractor? That's what you asked, Vanessa. I did not shadow another horse chiropractor. I did come out of school. They taught us horses and dogs. I go find my first horse client and, you know, just start using the technique they taught us straight from school. And I didn't follow anybody else. But I did when someone asked me to adjust a cow. Where'd she go? Oh, she's going back up to the barn. I did, when someone asked me to do a cow, have to fly to Bovina, Texas, and I trained with the #1 cow chiropractor. I've shadowed and went to Colorado and trained with some of the greatest mentors of mine to learn how to do livestock animals like cows, sheep, goats, pigs. Learned how to do cats in Colorado. So very great seminar that we did after school to learn all the other animals. Now, in all candor, a goat, I got a call about a goat and I just went and just figured it out. Sometimes you just have to go and move the spine and find the problem and figure it out. What you doing? What you doing, pretty? You want some of my tea? You want some tea? Here. You drink my tea. You like it? Nice. Wow. Sorry, hold on. He's drinking my tea. Nice? Yeah? Mm. So, what else was I going to say? Oh, so back to where I was about shadowing. Bodhi says yum. She did. The bone. Boop. Hey, baby. You're so pretty. She's so pretty. So I did shadow. Do you use chiropractic to treat conditions other than orthopedic ones? Okay, I'll talk about that. So I did shadow the cow chiropractor, like I said. But other than that, I haven't really shadowed any other chiropractors. I don't really want to go around and learn other people's techniques. I just do my own thing. Other conditions that chiropractic might help with. Chiropractic helps people. It may help with asthma, intestinal issues, you know, colitis, the nerves control everything. I mean, if your nerves aren't right, you know, they'll dysfunction. Nothing's right. So it's really important. Oh, Lester put his hand over the eye. Yeah. And it means that they trust you. All right, let's see. Yeah, she trusts me. You got a nice new hay bale there. Who got that for you with the slow feed net on it? Was that Jessica? Jessica got you a nice big hay round bale? She sure did. We got to thank her for that. You want more tea? What'd you say? You want more tea? Well, here. It's got all good Chinese herbs. Here, you want more tea? No? Look. Smell? Did you want more? No? Okay. Anyway, so I know that my live today is a little sporadic, a little impromptu. I had a lot going on today. I've been so busy. Came to adjust McKenna and her new baby, and Jessica and her family. I went yesterday, and I'm gonna make a video about it, but I went yesterday and got some self-care done. I actually had a problem Friday, and I threw my back out, and my back was locked up. Yeah, I get that. Emotional things get trapped in our body. Well, so Friday I had some back issue, and nothing crazy, but I went yesterday and I got some self-care done, and I got massage, and I got some other services done at a med spa, and there was a nurse practitioner helping me out. So I feel much better today, much better. I bounce back pretty quickly. My mom always says I'm a great healer. I think I am too. Get it from my mom. Speaking of my mom, had a great Thanksgiving. Oh, hello. There's a horse that just came up, wants to be on camera. Hello. Hi, pretty. Hi, pretty girl. Hi, pretty. Say, I'm a pretty bae. Well, hello. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello. So pretty out here. So much beautiful places, seeing things out here. Self-care is vital for well-being, especially given all your energy towards healing animals. You know what? I was so happy. I'm so happy you said that. My mom just said that to me. She said, Lauren, as much as you do with taking care of people, you put out all this energy into animals and people, and it leaves you without as much. You need to fill you back up. Now I know this, but my mom gave me a great reminder of that. She's like, you definitely need to do something for yourself. So I went ahead and booked those massages. I'm gonna start doing massages twice a month, and I'm gonna start doing some other things that they offer, like IV drips, where they do vitamins that you can put in an IV. Oh, Mary Lou, you think she wants tea? Okay, let's see. All right, let me see. Hold on, let's see. Turn the camera down. You want some tea? Smell? Smell? No? Okay. Oh, she didn't lick or say she wanted any, so these horses are so amazing. Providers need to prioritize self-care to be able to help others. Absolutely. I think we all do. I think that we feel like we don't deserve it, or we're not, you know, like we put our kids and we put our spouses and we put all the people in our lives before us. And I definitely feel like we always are going to put ourselves last, and I think that needs to stop. She said, I love going for IV drips. Yes, the IV drip, man, I feel so fresh today. I feel rejuvenated. My finger pads are all hydrated. I did the saline and the B vitamins and the C and some kind of immunity recovery pack, and my back pain just went away. So I got adjusted last Saturday, and it was an incredible adjustment. Probably the best I've had in 20 years. And I know that my body was just trying to process that and needed to do, you know, the vitamins to help give it a push there. And I just love doing the live with horses in the background. I think this is my new, hi baby. I think this is my new jam. The sun, the horses. I just step over here and y'all watch without me. Look, there's 3 bays all in a row. Look at the 3 bays. All right, so I'll tell you about those. The IV drip. So it's a hydration station or a hydration place, a med spa. I don't know, you've got to search IV drips near me on Google. Yeah. And the IV drip, oh, that right there is pretty. The IV drip, I'll just keep going. I can't focus while I'm spinning and looking at horses. I love nature. It's one of my highest values in life. God created such beautiful things. The IV drip, you go in and they give you saline. You know, what's the first thing they do what's the first thing that happens when you go to a hospital or an urgent care? They put a saline drip. So most of us are walking around dehydrated. That's why I'm living on this all the time. And the doctor or the nurse practitioner or whoever's in charge will say, what do you want to put in your IV drip today? And they have immunity packs, and they have Myers cocktail, which was invented by Dr. Myers back in the 50s to help people recover from hangovers or, chemotherapy, or there's all kinds of things. And she said, I said, I know that I want vitamin C, and I know that I want B complex. Let's put in some B12. Let's put in some protein. Let's put in all these other things. And I did the drip for about an hour and a half, and the arm, and it took me about 2 hours to sit there and have it all go in, and I felt amazing. I got home and I was like, I could take a nap on the couch. It was so nice to feel so hydrated and so refreshed. And I do need to recharge. Justing 12 horses, one weekend I did 18 horses. Like a month ago I did 18 horses in one weekend. And meditation and music are also very good things. My husband meditates. I listen to music. I don't listen to music when I'm with horses though, because I feel like the horses are talking. Like kind of have to tune it out. But everybody's pretty happy. They're munching. Nobody has any pain out here, per se. Oh, she does. She does. She said she has pain. She has back pain. She bucks. I call her Buckin' Bodie. If y'all ever looked at my reels, go look for the early reels of Bodie bucking the neighbor over there next door. She bucks all the time. So Buckin' Bodie has a bad back. Oh, let's say that 4 times real fast. Buckin' Bodie has a bad back. No, I'm just kidding. She has a great chiropractor mom, so I do have to adjust her pelvis and her back at times. So I usually do the butt tuck thing that y'all see me do, and then she butt tucks under and pops her low back, and I hate saying the word pop, but adjust her low back. Chiropractors don't like the word pop. Or crack. Oh my God, crack is my least favorite word. I hate the word crack, and I always tell patients, I'm not cracking anything. The bones don't even touch. There's a disc in the middle. It's an adjustment. So when I adjust Bodhi's back, it makes that sound. This has been really fun. Maybe I can come out here more often and do my lives. The sunset is so pretty. Oh, frequency music is awesome. I have a frequency machine at home too. All right, that's a pretty picture. Yes, exactly. I'm learning. I'm not a spring chicken anymore, so I'm having to do more self-care things to take care of this body. I mean, I'm pretty strong. I've got nice muscles, but what is your tea cocktail? Oh. So I posted this before on my Facebook page, but I found a company. You guys can Google it, but I also sell it. So if you want to buy it from me. But I found this company called Sunrider, and Sunrider makes all these herbs. So this is a bunch of Chinese herbs. You mix it in there with some honey, and you put 1 scoop of the cinnamon Fortune Delight. You put 1 scoop of the Alpha 20C, which is like an immune booster. 1 scoop of some body balancing, and then I put some honey and agave and some water and just mix it up, and I drink this. And this is equivalent to like detoxing my kidneys, helping me stay hydrated. I'll do anything to help me with my hormone problems. Anything. So IVs, massages, tees, patches. I use patches too. I'll show you the butt tuck on Bodie because Bodie is the only one that knows this move without a halter. Oh, seriously, walking backwards and jumping on a trampoline are amazing for your body. Oh yes, one of my clients, she does that, jumping on a trampoline, the rebounding they call it. 65, don't feel energy I always had. Yeah, so see, we start losing it. We got to figure out how not to. Okay, well, hopefully you can hear me, but let me tell her I'm here. Are you eating at the bottom? Hey, don't mess with my camera over there. So to do the butt tuck, I always go one hand's length. You know I'm here, right? Okay. One hand's length from the tail head right here to this notch. And then be nice. Put your ears forward. Put your ears forward. Okay? We're going to do the butt tuck. Okay? So you're going to go up and you're going to push right there. Good. 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 Okay? You do it again. Up. Oh, yeah, whoa, mare. All right, so that's the butt tuck, and that helps to adjust the lower back, but also to traction the nerves and the cord, and just helps her feel better overall. You always have to make sure motion. Motion is lotion. If we do not have motion, like if you can't raise your arm above your head or put your arm behind your back, stop sign. This is a really important one. Stop sign. So make sure you motion. So if you don't move, it's really bad. Like you have to make sure every joint moves. One time I went to a seminar last year. He said, put your hand on your shoulder and raise your elbow above your eyes. And put your hand on your shoulder and raise your hand. And it stopped right there. I couldn't go any higher. And he's like, come up here. Next thing you know, I'm a guinea pig. I'm on the stage. I'm doing all these things. He's like, you can't go higher than that? I said, no, sir. He said, all right. Starts checking my body. I had a right heel bone out of place. He adjusts my right calcaneus. Bam! Really loud. I saw lights, stars, and I set up from it, and my shoulder works now. So chiropractic helps make sure all your joints are moving. What is the spot? Oh, crud, I missed it. Hold on. What is the spot under the belly you push in and the horse raises their back? I do that and my joints sound crunchy. You need to get some omega in your life. That will help with joint crunchy. You're still a spring chicken. I'm 74. I know, but I don't feel that way when it's with animal chiropractic. Well, the button underneath the stomach. So let's see if you can see here. All right, so horses will naturally raise up. If you find the spot below, hey, let me show, okay? Let me show, you be a good girl. The spot right here, and you follow it under, and you just come here, and you move your hand. You're doing like a tit. I have nails, so that's why I keep these things around, because they're my tools. And so you go under here, and you scratch, and they raise up. Good girl. So that helps to raise and stretch the cord from here back, and also to make sure the ribs are moving, things like that. I started scratching her and she started doing this. Watch. Let's see if she'll do it again. You're not gonna do it? You're not gonna do it? No? Oh, there she goes. Look. I'm scratching under her belly. Look. Oh, that's the spot. That's where the flies get, huh, baby? Huh, baby? Scratch it. Oh, it's so good. So good. So you'll find the fly spot. The flies will sit under this little spot and sometimes calls it crusty. And so with the crusty, they like you to scratch it. And I'd use it as part of a tool. Hot knife in it. My car has a... Oh, well, start stretching. Stretching is really valuable for that shoulder. Bone spurs in the heel. Oh, bone spurs in the heel. Really good thing to do is red light laser, or shockwave treatment. Shockwave treatment has been shown to have a 97% improvement in feet pain. and cold laser, which is really important to increase the metabolism. But the shockwave breaks down those bone spurs and it can help. But unfortunately, sometimes the bone spurs are so big, they have to do a surgery to get them cut off. I've had some patients do that. Cindy, that's great. Chiropractic every other week, keep you young, keep you going. It really helps a lot. I get adjusted. I try to get adjusted at least once to twice a month, but I don't have any really great chiropractors that are around me. There's some good ones, but I like great chiropractors. Like, I want someone to just blow my mind. I had red laser and walk on the foot now. Yeah, red laser, cold laser, red light laser. It's all kind of same thing. Sometimes you can find like a Planet Fitness to go to. They give a discount. If y'all go to Planet Fitness or Fitness Connection, they'll give a discount with Medicare for senior citizen discount. And it's only like $18 a month. My mom goes quite regularly. They have the red light laser there, or the red laser light. You can lay in a bed. That helps with skin, but also helps with the body. But sometimes you find facilities that have those treatments. I'm about to get one of those at the office if I can swing it. Well, I guess I've covered a lot today. I'm too chicken to go. Oh, thank you. I wish we could have like a big event, you know, where everybody comes and I can adjust everybody. I would definitely need to take care of myself if I adjusted that many people. Chiropractic is important for the body and really important, but it also helps with our nervous system. And our nervous system is our everything. And if your nervous system is off, everything else is off. So I do this to make sure that horses' bodies have the potential to move and have all their joints moving. You know, if I didn't do that, the vet bills would be higher, things would be more expensive. You know, one study found that if you go to a chiropractor, you save yourself $3,400 a year as an adult on medical costs. Hi, baby. Hey, thanks for going live with me today and being nice. You were doing so good. You actually were being a really nice mare today. I'll attach the link to the tea at the bottom of the live in the comments. This tea really helps a lot. It's refreshing, yeah. This lady said, spend the whole day on me. Yes, I wish I could. My husband's like, everybody's like, you're so lucky you have a chiropractor that lives at home with you. And he's like, yeah, right. She doesn't ever have time for me. She's always adjusting everybody else. You know, one time, that communicator that I was telling you about, can you get adjusted after a cervical fusion? Yes, but they can only adjust the higher levels, 1, 2, 3, not the levels that were fused. They can do 1, 2, and 3, and there's a tool you can use as well called an activator. You'll see me use an activator on goats. So my husband, he's like, I never get adjusted because you're not home enough to adjust me. So one time that communicator I was telling you about that I had hired for her, she said, she's never here. She's always gone. And I told them to tell her that I'm always working on other animals. And she said, I don't give a SHIT. That's what she said. I don't give an SHIT. So every time I come and she smells other horses on me, she gets upset. What if those higher levels are all slip disc now? Oh, then if you have that situation with your neck, and I'm not your doctor, but I would recommend looking for an activator chiropractor. So chiropractor that uses activator, you can go to activator.com and find one near you. Yeah, that's true. Activator.com will have a doctor that uses the clicker tool, and there's no popping or no sounds involved. It's just a tool that releases the tension of the tendons, the tension in the tendons. Do you recommend getting adjusted for someone who has stimulator in their spine? Yeah, why not? Hey, it can still move. Just because it has a stimulator, it's not its fault. Lower back trouble, that was always a big deal, huh? Lower back and pain and lower back. The best thing for the lower back is to bring your knees to your chest and flatten out your back and stretch it out, or lay on your belly and push up like that yoga cobra move, and that can help to remove the pinching for like sciatica. There's some other moves for sciatica, but you can look up YouTube and just put great sciatic stretches. It's too much for me to cover because there's a lot. Bobode. Well, the sun is going down in Texas, and it's been really great hanging out with you all. And thank you all for attending my second live Storytime Sunday with Dr. Lauren. Today is a little different. Don't expect horses every time. Maybe people will start wanting me to do my story time at their ranches and I could mix it up, you know. But I really love and respect all of you. Thank you for your comments, your feedbacks. Thank you for just really giving me the platform to be able to be myself and to be able to come here and share with you all. And, you know, thank you for your comments. Thank you for everything y'all said. I read everything that y'all say. And I look forward to next Sunday at 4 p.m. like it's starting to become my new favorite day because I really love being able to help you all and answer questions and share with you guys. And thank you all for all of the candid comments and the things that y'all said to me. There's so many things that just touch my heart. And I just want y'all to know I will never forget that. Thank you again. And I will see you guys next Sunday at 4 p.m. Set your notifications, and I'll put the link to the tea in the comments below. Y'all remember, self-care, self-love, because you deserve it, and you're enough. Love you guys. Until next time, bye for now.